Quinta Brunson just finalized her divorce after 3 years of marriage, and it perfectly exposes how successful women use men as temporary accessories, then discard them when convenient. TMZ reports the Abbott Elementary star reached a settlement with Kevin Anik, but here's what this quick divorce really reveals about modern female relationship strategy and career prioritization. Brunson kept her marriage so private that fans didn't even know she was married until her Emmy speech, proving that successful women treat husbands as background props rather than genuine partners. The deeper psychological truth? Women like Quinta use marriage as social validation during career-building phases, then eliminate the relationship once they achieve independent success and no longer need male support or credibility. Her complaint about public scrutiny of her personal life demonstrates classic female behavior, wanting the benefits of marriage for professional image while resenting any accountability or transparency about the relationship. The irreconcilable differences cited in court papers translate to Quinta outgrowing her need for a husband once her career reached peak success. This divorce represents everything problematic about modern female relationship strategy, using men as stepping stones during vulnerable career phases, then discarding them once independence is achieved.
Jessica Biel is reportedly done with Justin Timberlake after his latest cheating scandal, and it's exposing how women enable serial cheaters through endless forgiveness cycles. IMDb reports insiders say Biel has trust issues and might finally be finished with the marriage, but here's what this breaking point really reveals about female psychology and relationship tolerance patterns. Biel has powered through 12 years of Timberlake's public scandals, DUI arrests, and career failures because women like her prioritize social status over personal dignity when married to famous men. The deeper truth? Women enable male bad behavior by providing consequence-free forgiveness, teaching men that female threats are empty and boundaries are negotiable through charm and public apologies. Biel's reported decision to finally leave demonstrates that women only enforce standards when male value drops below their social threshold. Timberlake's failing tour and declining relevance finally made him more liability than asset. Her trust issues aren't about his behavior, they're about her delayed recognition that she's been married to a man whose public image was always more valuable to her than his actual character. This potential divorce represents the inevitable outcome when women choose status over substance, then act surprised when status-focused men behave accordingly.
Taylor Frankie Paul is becoming the new Bachelorette, and she's already joking about being afraid of her own reactions because she knows she's about to expose how toxic modern female dating expectations really are. People reports the Mormon Wives star recreated a Friends scene about falling in love, but here's what her casting really reveals about female relationship psychology and reality TV manipulation. Paul destroyed her marriage and entire social circle through a soft-spinning scandal, then got pregnant by a toxic boyfriend she later dumped, proving that women create chaos, then expect men to compete for the privilege of cleaning up their messes. The deeper truth? Shows like The Bachelorette enable female delusions by presenting relationship destruction as empowerment and giving women platforms to audition replacement men after burning down their previous lives. Paul's fear of her own reactions proves she knows she's emotionally unstable and likely to create drama, yet expects 30 men to compete for someone who's already demonstrated she can't maintain basic relationship boundaries. Her requirement that men don't have to be Mormon while she profits from Mormon wife fame demonstrates classic female hypocrisy, benefiting from traditional values while rejecting their actual requirements. This casting represents everything toxic about modern dating culture, rewarding female relationship destruction with celebrity status and male attention.
Heather and Terry Dubrow lost $2 million in a financial scam, and it perfectly demonstrates how wealthy women's desperation for status makes them easy targets for sophisticated manipulation. Reality T reports the RHOC stars were conned by a fake accountant, but here's what this massive loss really reveals about female psychology and wealth management incompetence. The Dubrows trusted someone with their fortune based on high-level recommendations without proper vetting, because women like Heather prioritize social connections over due diligence when making financial decisions. The deeper truth? Wealthy women are particularly vulnerable to scams because they make emotional rather than logical financial choices, trusting charm and social proof over actual credentials and track records. Heather's decision to take control of their finances after the loss proves that women often learn financial responsibility only after catastrophic failures that could have been prevented by basic skepticism. The scammer targeted them with a World Cup apartment rental scheme because he understood that wealthy couples make impulsive investment decisions based on lifestyle fantasies rather than sound business analysis. This $2 million loss represents everything problematic about female financial psychology, prioritizing social validation and emotional comfort over practical security, then learning harsh lessons about trust and verification only after devastating consequences.
Brandon Hatmaker is finally breaking his silence about his cheating scandal, and he's exposing how his ex-wife Jen weaponized his affair to build her entire post-divorce brand. AOL reports the former HDTV pastor detailed his side after Jen promoted her memoir, but here's what his statement really reveals about female manipulation of male mistakes for profit and sympathy. Brandon's revelation that he attended counseling alone for 3 years before cheating because he felt invisible in his marriage proves that women often create the emotional neglect that drives men to seek connection elsewhere. The deeper truth? Women like Jen use male infidelity as permanent victim credentials, building entire careers and public personas around their ex-husband's lowest moments while ignoring their own contributions to relationship breakdown. Brandon's clarification that he stepped down from church leadership 5 years before his affair demonstrates how women rewrite timelines to maximize male culpability and minimize context that might complicate their victim narratives. His description of 3 years without physical intimacy before stepping out proves that women often withdraw sexually, then act shocked when men seek fulfillment elsewhere. This public response represents everything problematic about modern divorce dynamics. Women monetizing male mistakes through books and media, while men are expected to remain silent about the relationship failures that preceded their poor choices.
Sacha Baron Cohen has a new girlfriend after his divorce from Isla Fisher, and it's proving how quickly men move on when women finally stop providing value in relationships. Page 6 reports the 53-year-old comedian appears to have moved on with a younger woman, but here's what this rapid replacement really reveals about male psychology and relationship recovery patterns. Cohen's ability to immediately find a new partner while Fisher struggles with single motherhood demonstrates that high-value men have endless options while women face declining market value after divorce, especially with children. The deeper truth? Men like Cohen don't mourn relationships. They evaluate whether women are adding or subtracting value from their lives, then make logical decisions about replacement when partnerships become burdensome rather than beneficial. Fisher's decision to divorce Cohen after years of marriage proves that women often destroy stable relationships based on emotional dissatisfaction rather than practical problems, then face harsh reality about their reduced dating prospects. Cohen's new relationship timeline shows that successful men treat women as interchangeable rather than irreplaceable, moving seamlessly between partners without the emotional devastation that women experience during relationship transitions. This quick rebound represents everything that terrifies women about male psychology: the recognition that their individual specialness is largely imaginary and that men can replace them faster than they can process the loss.
Richard Hammond just opened up about his divorce after 23 years of marriage, and it's exposing how women abandon men during their most vulnerable moments. Express reports the Top Gear star candidly discussed his marriage breakdown alongside his father's death. But here's what this timing really reveals about female loyalty and support during male crisis periods. Hammond's decision to speak publicly about both traumas simultaneously proves that women often leave men when they're dealing with family loss, health issues, or career struggles, rather than providing support during difficult times. The deeper truth? Women like Mindy evaluate relationships based on what men can provide rather than genuine partnership, abandoning marriages when men become emotional burdens rather than resources during challenging life phases. The 23-year marriage timeline demonstrates that women can fake commitment for decades but will still leave when men need them most, proving that female loyalty is conditional on male performance and emotional stability. Hammond's public discussion of these parallel losses shows that men often face relationship abandonment precisely when they need support most, forcing them to process multiple traumas simultaneously while women move on to more emotionally available partners. This divorce timing represents everything problematic about female relationship psychology, providing support only when convenient, and abandoning partnerships when men require emotional investment rather than providing it.
Jen Hatmaker has a new boyfriend after destroying her marriage through public humiliation of her cheating ex-husband. And it's proving how women profit from male mistakes, then immediately replace them. U.S. Magazine reports the HD TV star is happy with Tyler Merritt after Brandon's infidelity. But here's what this quick replacement really reveals about female recovery and relationship strategy. Hatmaker built an entire post-divorce brand around her victim status, writing books and giving interviews about Brandon's affair, while simultaneously dating and planning her next relationship, proving that women monetize male failures while secretly moving on. The deeper truth? Women like Jen use public sympathy about male betrayal as cover for their own relationship shopping, maintaining victim narratives while actively pursuing replacement partners who offer better social and financial prospects. Her happiness with Merritt after years of public pain about Brandon demonstrates that women's emotional devastation is often performance designed to maximize sympathy and minimize scrutiny of their own relationship choices. The timeline between her divorce publicity and new relationship proves that women process male replacement much faster than they admit, using extended victim periods to secure better positioning for their next partnership. This new relationship represents everything manipulative about modern female divorce strategy, weaponizing male mistakes for public sympathy while privately securing upgraded replacements, then presenting new happiness as healing rather than calculated improvement.
The viral Coldplay kiss cam couple is still claiming they were just friends, and it's the perfect example of how women rewrite reality when caught in compromising situations. Fox 13 reports sources deny the affair between Kristen Cabot and Andy Byron, but here's what this continued damage control really reveals about female accountability and narrative management. Cabot's team spending months crafting alternative explanations for her panicked reaction to being caught on camera with her married boss proves that women excel at creating elaborate justifications for inappropriate behavior rather than accepting responsibility. The deeper truth? Women like Kristen use professional relationships as cover for personal boundary violations, then claim victimization and misunderstanding when exposed publicly, demonstrating how female manipulation operates through plausible deniability and emotional appeals. The fact that both executives resigned but only Cabot's reputation requires ongoing protection shows that society enables female accountability avoidance while men are expected to accept full consequences for mutually created situations. Byron's immediate resignation versus Cabot's extended damage control campaign proves that men face harsher professional consequences while women receive protective media coverage and sympathetic narrative management. This ongoing denial represents everything problematic about modern female psychology: the inability to accept responsibility for poor choices, preferring elaborate alternative explanations that maintain innocence while evidence clearly contradicts their claims about the nature of their relationship and behavior.